Imagine being able to put your Degen Ape NFTs up for collateral to borrow some money. Why? Because I don't want to sell my apes. Simple. Hello everybody, my name is Nugget. Welcome to the channel where we navigate the world of DeFi and show you how to make passive income with crypto. Today, I want to talk about Larix. So Larix is the ultimate lending gateway on Solana, which just launched a few days ago. Larix adopted a dynamic interest rate model, kind of like Aave if you're familiar with that. Basically, the borrowing interest rate is dynamic based on the utilization. For example, if there are more people borrowing, the interest rate will increase, which either attracts more people to supply the token or force borrowers to repay and borrow less. But what caught my attention about this project is their broad selection of collateral types. Instead of just crypto token like Sol, BTC, ETH, or stablecoins, it also lets you collateralize synthetic asset, NFTs, and other kinds of assets like account receivables, mortgage, and more. Not sure how this works. Maybe it's going to be a peer-to-peer thing. Let's say you want to borrow $400 and you want to put your NFT up, which worth $1,000 for collateral, and then someone will come in and be like, there you go, sir, here is $400. If you don't pay me back, I will keep your NFT. Yeah, so I think that's how it should work, but I don't know. We'll have to wait. But don't get too excited about this yet. Since the project is very new, the function is not available. But what you should be excited about is getting 14% for your USDC, 12% for your USDT, 6% for Solana. So the benefits of using this protocol is very obvious. You get to lend your idle asset to earn interest, and you can borrow to do other degen stuff. Alright, let's do a quick walkthrough and show you how to navigate Larix. So when you go to projectlarix.com, you are welcomed with a beautiful dashboard. Go ahead and hit connect, choose your wallet, and then I don't think you can see my Phantom wallet right now. Let's go to the market tab. This is where you can see how much is being supplied in this protocol and how much is being borrowed. Total market value is just the total of these two. Down here are breakdowns of each market. For example, total supply for USDC is 150 mil. Supply interest rate is 8%. Total borrow interest rate. If you click detail, it'll show you a chart of interest rate model. There is utilization rate. Purple line is borrow APY. Blue line is supply APY. To learn more about formula of this whole thing, if you're interested, you can check the document. Up here is where you want to pay attention to. There is supply APY, which will pay you in the token that you deposit. In this case is USDC. And over here, distribution APY, which will pay you in Larix token. Kind of like an incentive from the protocol itself to encourage people to deposit. And then there's liquidation tab. More on this later. There's Larix tab. It is pretty much an overview of the Larix tokenomic and how it's being distributed. To learn more about the tokenomics, please check the document. Link will be in the description down below. And about tab is about Larix. It's just a quick info about the project and their roadmap, which is split into 3 phases, and we're in phase 1. Okay, enough talking. Let me show you how to actually use Larix. In this example, we're going to test it with USDC. Go ahead and click supply, put in how much you want to deposit. So again, supply APY you see here is the total between interest rate and mining incentive. Same thing out here. So 8% will be paid in USDC and 6% will be paid in Larix token. I am going to supply $79. All right, click supply and then approve the transaction with your wallet. Once it's done, you can see your supply balance, my bill. Okay, that's a kind of a weird name. It's like a bill is something you have to pay, right? But I don't know. You can see the collateral toggle right here is off. If you don't want to use your USDC as collateral, then you can leave that off. But if you want to borrow, go ahead and turn that on. You have to approve a transaction for this. All right, you are now able to borrow, my friend. Same thing with borrow APY. Interest rate is 19%, which how much you have to pay in interest rate, and 12% is the incentive that will pay you in Larix. So basically you are getting paid to borrow. And the number you see up here is pretty much 19 minus the incentive rate. So when you see a negative interest rate like down here with Bitcoin, it means the borrowing incentive, which is 13, almost 14%, is higher than the interest rate itself. The only thing to be concerned is that if the value of Larix decreases, then in the future, the interest rate might be outweighed the incentive yield. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so to borrow, click borrow. You can borrow up to 75% the total value that you have collateralized. So my max borrow is 59.3 USDC, and this number is 75% of the 79.9 USDC that I deposited. Even though USDC is stable, just to be safe in case USDC goes off peg for like a split second or something, I would suggest you not to max out on this utilization rate. So once you know how much you want to borrow, hit borrow and prove your transaction. I'm not going to borrow, but you can. Maybe you can do like a borrow and supply loop. You can supply USDC like I did, and then borrow, and then resupply the USDC you just borrow into the pool. I haven't done the math to see if that is profitable or not, but the interest rate right now for USDC is a little bit high, so probably you want to borrow something else. You can borrow Bitcoin and deposit Bitcoin in there. That's not bad. And to claim your Larix mining incentive token, click up here. You can see I don't have anything yet, but once you have something, hit harvest and then approve the transaction. Okay, let's talk about liquidation. So according to the document, it shows the personal state of liquidation risk when obligation health is larger than 100%. So this is your health bar, your liquidation health obligation health bar. If this bar exceeds 100%, then your excess borrow will be liquidated by automated liquidation bots. To avoid liquidation, you can raise your health factor by depositing more asset or repaying part of your loan and keep it below 75%. I mean, you can't borrow more than that. In the meantime, keep repayment, increase your supply more than deposit. Okay, so there's this liquidation tab earlier that we saw. Can I participate in the liquidation ecosystem? Yes, liquidations are open to anyone, but there is a lot of competition. Normally, liquidator develop their own solution and bots to be the first one liquidating loans to get the liquidation bonus, and the bonus is 8% every time you liquidate something here. I did do 2 liquidation tests. One of them, I tried to liquidate the whole position of like $3 or something, and then the other one, the total amount was like 90 something, and I tried to pay just like partial of that 90 something, but for some reason the transaction didn't go through. So I'm not sure how this works, or if it's even like ready to be used. Maybe it's ready in the back end, but the front end is not there. I'm not sure. But I might have to dig deep into this later. The document is very vague. There's no actual guide to tell you how to liquidate. But if you figure out how to use this liquidation tab, then kudos to you, dude. Get that 8% liquidation reward, and feel free to share. Let me know how you able to do it. I would love to know. And last but not least, this project has been audited. Here's the audit report from Slow Mist security teams. You can find their GitHub as well, github.com/Project Larix. Here are the investors down here, and then some partnership I believe this is an oracle for Solana. But yeah, their Discord is massive with like 58,000 members. But it wasn't as active when I trying to ask a few questions. I couldn't get any help from mods. But today it's like Sunday, so I'm not blaming them for not answering.
That is all for this video. If you find this helpful, I would appreciate you hitting the like button and subscribe for more content about DeFi. If you have any projects or topics that you want me to cover, please let me know in the comment section down below. Before I go, just want to remind you to pay attention to your liquidation risk and the APY when you borrow something. This information is not financial advice, so always do your own research. Thank you for watching. I'm Nugget, and I will see you next time.